Alright, welcome back, guys. We're up to game two here between Edge and capoch. It's going to be Steps of War, a pretty much mirror matchup of what we saw with versus Moonglade. Hopefully, capoch can be just as aggressive on this map as he wants to be, and we'll bring it back 1-1 in his favour. But this is round of 8, best of 3. If capoch loses this game, he is out of the tournament and no chance of winning the $1,000 first place prize tournament. But hey, I am of course unstable, joined here by Sif from 2bh.org. And really, what do you think we're going to see an exact mirror match of what we saw versus Glade in this one, man?
Yeah, I think, capoch like Steps of War. I mean, it worked for him before against Moonglade, who's obviously one of SCA's better Zerg players. I don't see why capoch, after winning the game before, would break up his style. I think we will see a full gate. I think we will see a proxy pylon and that amazing placement that he had it previously. And I think that he will go for early game aggression and try and take this one out very quickly. But the interesting thing is, it might depend on what Edge does. It might go to a 7 Roach build, which means that the 4-gate pressure won't work that well due to the fact that especially if the Roaches are on creep in their own base, they will be able to outrun Stalkers, out micro them, outgun them because they're absolute tanks. So if Edge decides to do a 4-gate counter, I think we could actually see a different mid game or end result to the one that happened with Moonglade, who had to tap out reasonably early at the 8-minute mark in the last one.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like I'm hoping not to see a fast expand from Edge because that would spell doom for him. It looks like he's getting that extractor earlier than his pull.
Excellent. So we can see a speedling open.
Mm.
So yeah, just for anyone that's watching that might.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got it's still 14, so it's okay as far as timing is concerned. He's gone for early gas. He wants to get that speedling as soon as the pull pops out, obviously. Pull goes down now on 14, so Edge did cut a few drones there to make sure he could get that pull on line, but he's now producing again. Bit of pesky harassment there from capoch, using his massive 174 APM just to dance that probe around, being a nuisance, doing 5 damage here and there to drones, making sure that they're pulling off the mineral line, and bit of an exchange there, that probe getting a bit more damage. One of the things as well, like, you can use probes to kill drones reasonably effectively due to the fact that they can regenerate their shields. So what we see now is capoch waiting for that drone to recharge 20 energy before it engages again, or he might be actually satisfied with his scouting in the main and check the expansion. Will we see Edge try and lay down a hatchery now? He does have the drone there. capoch has sensed it. He is trying to delay an expansion. That drone will go to work on capoch's probe, taking down the shield down to 5, down to 0. One of the funny things I've actually noticed about probes is when they move, they kind of excrete out of their rears a blue gas. It's like, I wonder if that's like it's because they're jets, or I just wonder if like...
No, it's a jet. Yeah, it's like they're like a space age machine. But yeah, so we do have link speed on the way for Edge, and he's getting his expansion up now. Still only 1 gateway for capoch. I'm expecting it 1, 2, 2 more down. Is he going to go for a 3rd one? Doesn't have the minerals, but I'm assuming it's going to be coming soon, as we do have another pylon down at the front. capoch doing a nice job of blocking off his ramp. 2 zealots there. Edge taking a little quick peek. Does not see this extra gateway. There we go. So it is going to be 4 gate. Hopefully Edge has spoken to Moonglade since he just played him, and he's going to be ready for this to come. But, hey.
I think one of the things that would be a bit misleading, and I think that capoch is playing mind games here. Usually when you see that kind of block from a Protoss player, you would expect either DT or Void Ray. Usually you'd go against a Void Ray build, which should have 2 Void Rays going to your main, taking out your queen reasonably early. So what we could see now is a counter coming from Edge, as in extra queens, because he spotted that block. And he also, when he was scouting, he didn't see any kind of warp gate technology, which is quite late. But now Edge, managing to fly an Overlord in there, risking the sack, will see 4 gates. So what I've just said is completely out the window. So excellent bit of scouting there from Edge. Perfect timing though, really, because if he was going in the dark, he could have been, oh crap, like what am I going to do here? Do I need to produce extra queens? Do I need to worry about getting overseer? And they're minerals that you would spend in a way that would be most effective. So now that he does know it's a 4-gate, he has got his Roach Warren online. He has got a lot of Lings. He's got his first Spinecrawler going down, which I think, to be honest, will be too late, but it will depend on Zergling Micro.
But here we go, so it looks like the Spinecrawler is not going to be ready, but he's... Oh my god, he's transferring drones at the same time. That is not good. Lings are going to try and get us around on these units. There's quite a few Lings, but I think there's not enough to be able to handle it. There is one Roach going to town on it as well. Oh my god, he might actually clean up barely with those Roaches.
Excellent force field placement there from the Sentry, stopping any reinforcements going for a small amount of time. Edge manages to hold on with the Roaches, and Roaches are so good against early pressure. Yeah, I think that, because that is the case with 2 Spinecrawlers up now in very good positions there to defend the main entrance and also the natural expansion, Edge will be able to secure this and slowly take an economic lead. But it looks like capoch is going all in with the amount of troops that he's dedicating instead of producing more in his economy. Bit of an engagement now. Lings get a good surround on the Sentry, but so much DPS is done by those Stalkers on those Lings and the Zealot that the Sentry wasn't able to be taken down. Excellent hits there from the Spinecrawlers. It looked like Edge was actually targeting a single unit with those Spinecrawlers, which is awesome to do. More units being warped in. capoch has seen the Lings trying to get down that ramp, so he did warp in 4 Zealots rather than Stalkers to counter Roaches. So it's a really good move there to get the Zealots rather than Stalkers to avoid surrounds. The only thing I can say is that those Zealots are at the back of the army now, having to move around, so this Zerglings did do a bit of damage to the Stalkers, managing to take a couple down, but a huge amount of pressure here.
Now it's going to come down to if Edge can stay near those Spinecrawlers. Really, they are doing so much damage. I don't think any of them have kills yet. No, three kills and 0, but he needs to be careful. There we go, more Lings coming in. He needs to keep those Lings away. Doesn't want to take as much damage. Oh my god, don't get them away from the Zealots. He really wants those Spinecrawlers to be in the fray here. There we go, does snipe another Zealot really quickly. He just needs to pump more units. Have a look back at 17 drones to 22 probes. So this is going to be very interesting. And here we go, looks like Edge is going to move out. There we go, the Lings. Nice force fields. These Roaches are picking apart the Zealots. If he can pick apart the Zealots enough, those Lings will be able to do a lot of damage.
I mean, it's a good amount of pressure there coming from capoch. We do have more sentries coming in. Obviously, he's going to use that to be able to force field off the main, or force field Roaches away from any kind of engagement. More Zealots, I'm not entirely sure if that's the right choice due to the fact that we've got more Roaches coming in. Zealots obviously get peeled away. We really need to see more and more. Oh wow, single firing that Spinecrawler is going to fall down in a matter of seconds. We do have sentries taking the brunt of the Roach damage at the front, which is a really good placement due to the fact that sentries don't do much DPS, letting those Stalkers go to work. He's going to be able to keep on applying pressure, warping in more and more units. It's really got Edge on the back foot, and it's also keeping him down low on the drone coat. But, it's not really taking... capoch is not taking enough of an advantage with this kind of pressure. He needs to be producing, more drones. He's got enough extra minerals. We do have a surround now coming from the front Zerglings. Good micro though, manages to get those Stalkers saved. Really shouldn't have engaged their Edge, making a bit of a blunder, getting a bit too aggressive, taking himself away from the existing Spinecrawler, really putting himself at a disadvantage. It may seem that this expansion will go down, and if it does, this could be GG. But capoch, once again, force fielding off the main, seeing those Roaches going to come down, going to be able to work away at this Spinecrawler. If that Spinecrawler goes down, it's going to be very difficult for those Roaches to hold off any kind of army here. More Zerglings coming in now. They need to get around the back, but unfortunately go around to the front and attacking the Zealots heads ahead. More Zealots and a Stalker warping in. This is very hard to deal with as a Zerg. Once again, we see a GG. So capoch calls 1-1, so 1 each, and we'll see a decider in the next round.
Yeah, definitely. So nicely played by capoch.